loves, Kim here, and I'm back with another video. So today I am bringing you how do I categorize this type of build. It's what I was going for is an earth home, and pretty much what an earth home is a home that is constructed using the earth itself. So like for the walls and for protection from the elements, and just like the main structural features, you use the actual earth, like dirt and grass and the ground and terrain, and I don't know how else to put it, but it's not necessarily a new concept. However, it's picking up traction. Now people are becoming more aware of its benefits and how it benefits the society, well, the environment rather, and just how cost effective it can be in the long term. I mean, a lot of people build earth homes because they want to get out of, I guess, the rent trap, for lack of a better word, the type of cycle where you're paying for rent and paying for utilities and basically living on the grid. And earth homes are a way for you to live off of the grid, but not have to sacrifice like the luxuries and really just the ordinary things that we've become accustomed to, like running water and electricity and heat. You know what I'm saying? Like, although earth homes are typically off-grid, it doesn't mean that you're living in a hut. Some of them are actually really nice and really luxurious, which brings me to the luxury earth home which we have here. So yeah, I'm really proud of this build. I would have to say my favorite thing about this build is just the shape itself. It's so out of my norm, and I really enjoy that. As you can see, I do a lot of octagonal shapes. I was really trying to convey rounded rooms, and as you know, unfortunately we don't have round walls in The Sims 4. But I did my best. I was going to go with the round roofing options. However, I felt like, well, since the walls are octagonal, I might as well do octagonal roofs, and then I just edited with the roof editing tools. So yeah, how are you guys doing today? I am doing great. I'm super hyped. Like, I was technically done with this build 2 days ago, but then there was a little thing called patch day, and we got sliding doors and ceiling fans and a couple of other build and buy items, and I was like, whoa. I first noticed it before I even realized that it was a patch day, when I was just randomly trying to fill up the master bedroom downstairs, and I came across this potted plant that I haven't noticed before. I was like, that's cute. I really like the way that pot looks. I really do. And then I just so happened to be scrolling on YouTube, and I came across Urban Sims video about patch day, and I was like, whoa. Like, all I saw was sliding doors, and I lost it. I was like, oh my gosh, let me check this out real quick. Put my entire build on pause to see what this is about, because I thought that the sliding doors was, I don't know, I guess I thought it was going to be like a mod review, because she does a lot of mod reviews on her channel. But when I saw that it was like from a free patch up there, I was like, hold on there. We're going to go back into this build and add these things and make it do what it do. So yeah, here we are. They are amazing. Hopefully you guys have updated your games and have the sliding doors as well as the ceiling fans. And with the ceiling fans, they're more so for decoration. They don't really have an effect on anything temperature wise. They don't cool your Sims off, but they are amazing. Oh my gosh. And what I do with them a little bit later on, I think you guys are going to like it. When I saw the ceiling fans, a light bulb automatically went off in my head, so I just knew that I had to use them. Anyway, back to the build. Here we are, still doing the exterior of the building. What I'm doing here is adding in kind of like a rounded roof or a dome shaped roof. And what I was going for, what I noticed in a lot of earth homes that I've been looking at, like on TV and YouTube and things like that, the part that's underground, they have natural light coming from like a window that's in the ground above, on the ground level. So that's what I'm trying to convey here, just kind of like this well of light coming in, and it's so beautiful, it's so nice. The only thing that I just cannot stand about working with basements is that everything else around you is just blacked out. So unfortunately in live mode, and while you're in the basement, you can't look up because it will just be black. However, when you look from above, you can see your Sims walking by through the rooms, and like I put in a little base seat there, and it's just so cute. It really is. Here I am just on the inside, still working on the interior, and just the layout. I feel like I wouldn't say that the layout was difficult, it was just interesting. I'm used to working in more of like a square or a rectangular type build, but since this one has so many angles and so many proverbial curves, because that's what I was going for, I had to be really careful with where I place things, specifically like the staircases, but I do finally figure it out, and I really wanted this build to be rich with things from Seasons, Jungle Adventure, and Spa Day. Like those are like hands down the top 3 packs that I use in this build, because it is a vacation lot. I wanted to make it luxurious. I wanted your Sims to be comfortable when they decide to book their stay here, so definitely had to incorporate the Spa Day. With Seasons, obviously we have to accommodate for weather now, so just incorporating those items, and I just feel like they look so good both indoors and outdoors, the items from that build by catalog from Seasons. And then with Jungle Adventure, of course we're in Selvadorara, and I just really love the rich wooden colors that we get throughout this pack. So I wanted to incorporate all of those 3 things and merge them together, and I think I did a pretty good job on it. I also use a lot of things from a lot of different packs, like little bibs and bobs here. Like there's a side table from City Living. The base seating, of course, came with cats and dogs. There is a laundry room in here, even though it's not really functional. Like it's functional, like everything works, of course, but it's not functional in the sense that when you're not on your home lot, you don't generate laundry every time you wash, well, every time you change your clothes. So it's for show, but in my mind, okay, if this is like a rental property, of course someone or some type of cleaning crew would have to come in and like wash up the linens and, you know, just change out the beddings and just things like that. It's kind of more like a utility space, for I guess a better explanation of it. Here we are upstairs. I was going to initially make this into a 3rd bedroom, but I thought, why not pamper your Sims and like truly give them just a getaway from it all, just to really ease all of their tensions and let your Sims connect with nature. So what better way to do that than with a private spa? So I really love the fact that you can hire a massage therapist while you're still on vacation. I feel like that's such a great feature. A feature that I do wish we were able to do on vacation is get married. Like I don't understand why that's not a thing, but that's another rant for another video. But yeah, I really wanted to make sure that there was like a pampering aspect or a relaxation aspect. I'm getting all tripped up over my words. But yeah, I love the sauna that we put over here on the corner. There's also 2 massage tables and chairs, just in case you take a couple out here. Essentially they can get like a couples massage, and it's just really nice. It's really nice. I love it. What I also made sure to include was just kind of like a kids room, or like a room for single Sims, which is off to the side. It has 2 single bedrooms, I mean 2 single beds in 1 bedroom, and I felt like that was just a nice little space, that if you did decide to come out here with your family, your younger Sims will have a place to sleep as well. Here we are in the kitchen. like I said, since the rooms are, or the main parts of the buildings are essentially octagons, I was gonna say octagonals. Oh boy. Since the rooms are basically octagons, just really working the angles and making everything flow was a little bit of a challenge, but I think I pulled it off pretty well. I play test everything worked fine. What is kind of finicky is just in the kitchen. Sometimes your Sims, instead of using the counter to cook, they will walk out to the diner table to kind of mix up their things, and then they'll cook. And I think that's because I put too many clutter items on the counters. So that's an easy fix if your Sims happen to be on vacation and you need to make a change. What I've recently learned is that after you put in the testing cheats enabled cheat, you can put in bb.enable free build, and it'll give you the build and buy option while you're on vacation. And that was very handy because I was using move objects on throughout this build, and you know, with vacation lots, typically you can't access a lot unless you're on vacation. So being able to edit while not on like a regular lot was key. So that's just a tip if you didn't know already. Use the bb.enable free build and you'll be able to build on lots that are typically not editable. But anyway, here we are back in like our spa room, our oasis, our zen capital of this build. I really love how it came together. I really wanted a how do I explain it? I really wanted a concrete color scheme. Like, I really wanted to stick with whites mostly throughout this build, as well as greens. A lot of earth homes or earth shifts, or whatever they typically call them, but I know them as earth homes, they typically focus on greens. They focus on not disturbing too much Mother Nature and not disturbing what's natural, and keeping everything aesthetically indigenous, like not bringing in a lot of vibrant cover, like really taking away from nature. Like, that's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to make sure I did not take away from nature, so I stuck with just plain white, specifically on the exterior. I do add a little bit of color on the walls, like in the basement level, but for the most part all the walls are white. And then I definitely wanted to convey a sense of like a green roof. A good benefit from earth homes is that the earth itself that's covering the tops of the houses and like the greenery and the rocks and all of that, it helps to keep the house cool, if that makes sense. Because earth, or like underground, the dirt and like the earth itself is a lot cooler than what it is on the surface. So that kind of works as a natural insulation for the house to keep heat in, as well as keeping helping the house to cool down, if that makes sense. So with the exterior, I wanted to convey the look and the feel of real earth homes. I feel like I give really long explanations for like such a simple thought, but I just want to make sure that I'm communicating myself well with you guys. Here I am just adorning the house in these hanging vines that came with the Jungle Adventure Pack. I love the different variety of vines that they gave us. They gave us 3 different vines. The only thing that I don't like is like that little wooden piece on the back of them. That's kind of annoying, but for the most part it works just fine. Here I am downstairs. This is actually a pool, but it's not accessible. I guess you would kind of consider this more of like a moat I guess, where rainwater will fall and be caught, and then in my mind it's filtered throughout the house, so you know the water supply is sustained. I know a lot of time in earth homes, especially in more drier areas, like they have to have water imported, or they have to really maximize the little rainwater that they get and filter them in different ways to where the water works multiple times. So like for instance, you might start off with phase 1, that's the water you catch, and then you use it to drink and to bathe and to wash your hands, and then after that, that water goes to watering like your indoor plants, like the plants that you eat, like your fruits and your veggies and your small herbs. And then from there, that water is filtered into a system for gray water, which is the water that you use to flush the toilet and kind of move waste out of your toilet so they don't stink. And then after that, it turns into black water, which is like the water for like your exterior plants. So that's less maintenance you have to do exteriorly, and it gives water back to the environment. So in my mind, like that moat catches rainwater and then it's filtered, even though there's no way in the Sims to really do that. But I thought that was such a cool little, I guess, feature. I've been learning a lot about sustainable living, and this is not to say at all that I'm just gonna haul off and, you know, live off the grid and be a superpower woman on my own without my you know, my way of that I've been living, which is very conventionally. But it's interesting to see how other people live, and I wanted to convey that in The Sims, and I felt like Selvadorara is a great place to do that. It's a great place to be adventurous, and eventually I want to play through the temples and stuff like that. So let me know if that's something that you're interested in seeing. I'm actually scared, like I don't want my Sims to die. Like I am not that adventurous, and it seems like the times in my life when I am a little bit adventurous, I get hurt, i.e. my arm injury, which I'm still recovering from. But I'm grateful that I'm able to do more than I was able to 3 weeks ago. So that's something to be grateful for. But I say that to say I'm not the most adventurous person. So I feel like Selvadorara is a great place to kind of come out of your shell. Anyways, back to the build. Here I am just on the outside, making everything look a little bit more cohesive, and I'm swapping out those items that I had initially for the new items that we got in the patch update. I love the tapestries, the couches, like the pot plant that came in, or the potted plant that came in, and of course the sliding doors. Like, oh my goodness, like I use 3 sliding doors. Like I couldn't get enough. I had to use them. I used 2 in the living room area, which are the glass ones, and I used the kind of wicker or wooden type sliding door in the kitchen, as you probably just saw right there. My only complaint, and it's like so minor, and I really don't want to be picky, I just wish that the sliding doors, the glass ones, was the same height as the windows, you know. But that's just being really nitpicky. Like I love the sliding doors, and that's really not much to complain about, but it's just something that I noticed as a builder. You know, these things matter. Here I am just kind of adorning the front area. I really love the rounded ledge that we have around the front, and now I'm just adding in some more vines around the place just to make it feel like it's really covered in nature, like it's really immersed with the world around it. I really enjoy that so much. And it's not too often where I do something unconventional in the build. Like I said, I usually build in angles, and although octagons have a lot more angles than a square, the shape as a whole is more round, it's more circular, and I really enjoy doing something new, and I hope you all will enjoy this build as well. Here I am just adding in some more rocks and some more grass, and you know, just some more greenery on the tops of this build, and I'm also adding some around the edge where the moat is, just to make it look less blocky and jagged and angular, just to make it look a bit more organic. Here I am just coming around and adding in some more greenery, just doing a little bit of landscaping here and there. The only thing that I wish I didn't do, I wish I didn't add that bush that you can pretty much do whatever in out the front, because one of my Sims actually peed in the bush, or quote unquote fertilized the bush, when we have 2 working toilets. Like, I don't understand why he did that, and it stinks. It really did stink, and I just don't understand it. If you had the option to use a toilet, why would you use a bush and the toilet was closer? I don't know. If you can answer that, please let me know. But yeah, here I am just adding in a bit more greenery, just making the place feel a lot more lush, a lot more tropical in a sense, because typically in like a regular neighborhood, you don't really see homes like these. You really don't see like nature really putting its stamp on saying, hey, you can stay here, but I live here. If that even makes sense. Like, I love the fact that nature is playing such a huge role in this build, and I just really want to let it shine, and I hope you guys can appreciate that as much as I do. But yeah, here I am just still adding in some things here and there, and here is where I found the fans. Oh my goodness, I am in love with those fans. And let me show you what I do in just a second. So I give the fan just a little bit of function, and I make it a ceiling fan with a light, and it's small, but I really enjoy it, and that's what I meant when I said a light bulb went off. Like, literally a light bulb went off, because I wanted to make it a bit more functional. Like, it's amazing to look at, but it's even better when it has a little bit of a purpose, if that makes sense. I'm just adding in some more clutter items here in like our spa area, some like oils and incense, and things to just make your Sims feel good and get into the zone. I do add a bit of red in the bathroom. I forgot about that. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make that room pop. And usually what they say is don't add like darker colors or louder colors in small rooms, because it makes them feel even smaller. But it's a bathroom. Like, how big is it supposed to be? And I actually felt like the color made it feel more important in a sense. Like, I don't know. The one thing that won't be included in the upload is that shower, you guys. I'm sorry, it's custom content, and I decided to take it out just because I wanted to make this build easy for you guys to find. But you can easily Google or Pinterest standalone shower in The Sims 4. It's just a small piece of custom content, but it looks so good in game. But anyway, you guys, I'm about to wrap up this video here in a few. I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, feel free to follow me on my social medias, which are always linked in the description bar below. Again, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you want to see next, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye, guys.